In today's video, we're going to take a look at the XLOOKUP function, one of Excel's most useful functions. And to start off, we're going to take a look at how the function works, a simplified way to think about how we're actually using the function, and then look at two common scenarios where we might run into needing to use the XLOOKUP function. To start off, we'll see that XLOOKUP function is going to ask us for a lookup value, a lookup array, a return array, and has some optional fields of if not found, match mode, and search mode. And what that means to us is XLOOKUP is going to ask us, what do we want to look for? Where do we want to look for it? Which column or row has our answer? What shall it do if the lookup value is not found? Are we looking for the exact thing or something close to it? And is there any reason for Excel to search from top to bottom or bottom to top? And so using a practical example, let's pretend that we have some data over here, which is some customer sales data. And we have another report, which has our order date and our shipped date, but these reports aren't combined. And we've had to go manually between them trying to get the data. But with the XLOOKUP function, we can pull the data all into one data set. And to do that, we can start by using our XLOOKUP function over here. And we want to pull over first our order date. So in order to pull over our order date, we need to find what our common theme is between these two data sets. So in this case, we have an order ID over here and an order ID over here. And so we'll first look for this order ID, which is what we want to look up. We want to look up that order ID within this column. And the thing that we want to return is going to be our order date. We'll select that. Now, if that's not found, we can just put NF. We're looking for that exact order ID, so we'll enter 0. And we're going to ask Excel to search from top to bottom. And we can pull our formula down. And from here, we can see that XLOOKUP pulled over our order date based on this order ID into this column. And we can do the same thing for our shipped. And since we already wrote out the formula, we can actually just copy that, paste it into this cell. And instead of looking in the order date column, we can drag that over to our shipped column. And we can pull that down as well. So now we'll have one data set over here, which has information that we need, and we won't have to jump between two different data sets or reports. Another way that we could use XLOOKUP is to help find particular records within a data set. So in this case, if this data set happened to be thousands of rows long, it might be very difficult for us to sort through and scroll through the entire data set to find what we're looking for. So we can use the XLOOKUP to pull particular values that we're interested in. So in this case, let's say we want to be able to find the total revenue by order ID. So we'll start by typing our XLOOKUP function. We want to look up our order ID. We want to look up for that within this order ID column. And in this case, we're interested in returning our total revenue. We'll highlight that column. And once again, if not found, we can enter NF. Match mode, we'll want the exact match on the order ID. And we can ask Excel to search from first to last again. All right. And from here, we can see that order ID has total revenue 111.92. And if we were interested in particular order IDs, we could then change this to the order ID we're interested in. And XLOOKUP would then pull over the revenue associated with that record. So, simple way to use XLOOKUP in two very common use cases for how to use it.